this is sort of based upon our friendship after working together.
Okay.
But I noticed it when working with you guys on This I Promise You. Like, I remember one of the greatest memories of that session, of the vocal session in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I had you guys each come in and do your parts, and then had you and Justin do your leads.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was doing your vocal,
mm-hmm.
Justin was right next to me.
Yeah.
And he was running in and out of the room because he was producing demos, or like he was always like doing something else down the hall or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came time for your vocal,
mm-hmm.
he planted himself next to me. And I remember thinking, he seemed protective of you. He seemed like he was making sure that I was getting the best out of you and that you were being taken care of. And it was brotherly.
Yeah.
It was a kind of beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And you were doing your thing, and it was sort of like, fuck, like, I can't believe how great this guy sings. Mm-hmm. And Justin had already done his vocal, which was great, mm-hmm. but you were being you, mm-hmm. and like, you're such an exceptional singer. And I just was like, you did a couple things, and I was just like, fuck, I can't believe, like, there's no producing this guy, just let him go. It's like, a racehorse where you just let him out, you know? And Justin said, well, he's my favorite singer.
Yeah.
Did you have a sense of the respect that everyone in the group and everyone sort of around, no disrespect to anybody else in the group, mm-hmm. but there was a real palpable awareness and sense that you, as a vocalist, were outstanding. Did you have a sense of that? And did it create any pressure for you?
No. I just always looked at it as, over time, I settled into my role. I was like, okay, these are my strengths. Let me make sure they stay strengths, and where my weaknesses are, let me work on those weaknesses as well. The only thing I've ever cared about, and even now, is whatever I'm doing, is I just want it to be good. I want to be proud of it. And so, you know, whenever I'm in the booth, I still get a little insecure about things, because I want it to be good, because I care. You know, and there are certainly days where you wish you could care a little less, so mm-hmm. you could let it fly a little bit more, because that's kind of where some of the most wonderful stuff comes from.
Yeah.
But you know, I know that, you know, there's some strengths that I have that benefited the group, and then there's some strengths that the other members have that benefited the group, and I understood that. It's like, you know, you're not gonna. Can I sing falsetto? Yes. Can I sing falsetto like Justin? No. Right. You know what I mean? Like, so you think about those things when you're thinking about the arrangements, and you're like, okay, mm-hmm. what's going to have impact? What's going to create the song? How's it going to build? You know, how people are going to digest this information. I was just always focused on making whatever it was as good as I could make it. And sometimes it meant I had to get out of my head a little bit, because, you know, again, I have good moments, mm-hmm. but with those good moments come mistakes along the way, and you get hard on yourself about the mistakes and stuff like that. I think maybe that's probably what he was keeping an eye out for.
Okay, maybe. I also just always had a sense about you based upon your upbringing and your mm-hmm. personality, which is that you have what I would consider a healthy ego. Mm. I've had conversations with you where you're not like, oh, I'm just not that. You're like, you're mm-hmm. confident, you know what you're good at, mm-hmm. but you're also such a team player, mm-hmm. which is why, and we've had conversations over the years where you've said, I'm a collaborator. Like, I love mixing it up with different people.
I get so excited when somebody does something interesting. Like, you know, I'm a great cheerleader, by the way. Like, if I hear somebody nail it, I'm like, oh. Of course, you know, there's also that little bit of ego that goes, I wish I could have done that.
Right, right.
But, you know, there's also that joy for others. I mean, I'm thankful that I have that, that I was raised to have that. So
I have to tell you the story. I don't think I ever told you the story. I hope it's okay I tell you the story. There was, and I don't remember whether it was SNL or maybe it was some other, like, it had been years. I'm going to guess this is like 2014. Mm-hmm. There was some reunion that was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And it got leaked publicly. Mm-hmm. This thing's happening tonight, whatever. And I was doing a gig with my band. And at the time, the drummer in my band was the skinniest human being I've ever met. He's an Indian guy. I won't say his name just for the sake of this, but brilliant musician, great drummer, and really funny. But like, he's so funny because his whole demeanor is as the sweetest. He's just a love bug. Like he's this little Buddha, right? You know what I mean? But he's just so, that's a beautiful glass. Where did you get this glass? Oh, your hair looks so great today. Like he's so sweet. Yeah. But then once in a while, he'll throw something out that is so incongruous to his personality. Mm-hmm. So I see online or something on my phone that NSYNC's having this reunion, that it's like, oh, and everybody's excited. So I text you, and I go, dude, I just saw that this thing happening tonight, blah, 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 and congrats, I want to hear about it. Let me know how it goes. And you text me back minutes later, I'm not going to be there, man. Like, my brother's wife is in labor. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to miss the birth of my niece or nephew, whatever it is. I'm here at the hospital. I'm going to be there, and so I'm not doing it. Mm-hmm. And I went, wow. And I go into the band dressing room, and I say, because at some point I had said something about you or knowing you, and a lot of accolades, not just about your singing, but you know how I feel about you personally. Yeah. So I said, I've told you guys about JC and what a fucking awesome stand-up, great human being. Mm-hmm. Listen to this text exchange. And I tell him. And my other band members go, wow. And the drummer, I'll just say his name is Sarab. Mm-hmm. His name is Sarab. Sarab's sitting at the table like this. And he goes like this, he goes, I'm a fucking idiot.
People are born every day. There's so many people being born. Who cares? People are born so much.
And the band and I laughed because at first I couldn't believe it came out of his mouth. And then there was this momentary thought in his mind where like, I've just lost my job.
Oh no!
Because there was a second where he thought, oh my God, Richard's not going to think that's funny. I'm like insulting his friend. Yeah. We started laughing, and it became sort of like a folklore story about this guy Sarab. Mm-hmm. But it all comes down to you being you.
Yeah.
So I just wanted you to know that you're that story.
I'm an idiot.
Fucking idiot.
People are born everywhere, all the time.
Fucking idiot.
There's hospitals everywhere. People are born in the streets. It don't matter.